Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog.
And today we're going to be answering your most commonly asked questions about the Ford Tesla NACS adapter. So let's go. Since the big epic unveiling on February 29th, Leap Day, we've made a ton of videos about the Ford Tesla NACS adapter, and you guys have shared a lot of questions and a lot of interest. So we've gathered a lot of these questions and put them here in a video for you. We've answered a lot of them in other videos, but it's kind of hard in little bits here and there in longer videos. So we wanted to make sure that you have all your questions answered in one place.
The first question, and probably the biggest question that we've been asked over and over again, it's been in the forums as well, is like, how do you get the adapter? First of all, if you have a Ford Mach-E or Lightning or a retail customer of an E-Transit, you get one free adapter from Ford per VIN, so per vehicle. And the way that you get it is you just go to Ford.com, fast charging adapter. We'll pop up the link, we'll put it in the description, but you go there, you basically log into your Ford.com account, confirm your address, and they will ship one to you. A couple of key things to remember is like shipping times are getting longer and longer. Some people are getting theirs as early as April. Right now, I think if you haven't put one in yet, it may be like September or later. It is free shipping, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. But go ahead and do it as quickly as possible, and hopefully somehow they'll get faster at shipping adapters.
And it is free shipping, and the adapter itself is free until June 30th. So if you have a Ford vehicle, you have until June 30th. If you just bought yours, quickly go do this. After that point, they will cost $230.
So do it now before June 30th, 2024.
Next question is, why did we get an adapter first? So we actually have a pre-production adapter. We still had to place an order at 5 a.m. when it opened up and everything. So ours, I think our scheduled date is April.
We're scheduled to get our real adapter.
Our real adapter. But this is a pre-production unit that we were given along with a handful of other enthusiasts and content creators by Ford to test out and create content for you guys, share with social media and all that sort of stuff. So we still have to get our actual unit, and we have to give the one that we have back.
And the other part of it is like we had sort of an agreement that we are in this early access program so that we will give Ford feedback. We found one little issue that would apply to early adopters of the Mach-E that got the adapter, and Ford's already resolved that. So we're like bug testing a little bit of stuff so that when you get yours, hopefully be trouble-free.
Is there a way to lock the adapter to prevent it from being stolen? Unfortunately, not. There is not a way to do so at this time.
Yeah, Ford knows this is an issue. I think that they have some software options to make sure like the charge port stays locked or whatever. If a key is not nearby, meaning the key fob or your phone as a key. So I think there's going to be a software fix to that, because right now the way you like stop charging and unlock it is you push the charge port indicator light button that's down and to the right of the charge port, and that stops charging, and then you can unplug the charger. So that's sort of unfortunate right now. That may change quickly, it may take a few months, but for right now, if you do have an adapter, stay near the car if you're worried about somebody stealing your adapter. Who knows if they're going to be a hot commodity or not, but I would just stay with the car for the time being.
Can I use the adapter if I don't have the update?
Yes and no. So you can't just, if you don't have the Tesla Supercharger update that Ford sent out, you can't just plug in an adapter and then use it. It won't work on the Tesla Supercharger that way. You may be able to, and we're going to actually confirm this later today, but it looks like if you have the Tesla app and an adapter, you can plug into the adapter and activate the charging station with the Tesla app and then plug in and it'll work. It's just that the plug and charge is not going to work. So it sort of works. You got to do a little bit of a workaround.
But we will be confirming that later today.
In another video, so watch that.
How do I know if I have the update?
Well, you should be getting notifications anytime you get an update on your sync screen and in Ford Pass that tells you that your car has been updated. The one that you want to be looking out for, it'll say Tesla Supercharger plug and charge, and it'll be labeled as a priority update. They said they will be rolling this out, that you should probably get it before you get your adapter. So don't worry, you should be getting it soon. If you decide to buy a third-party adapter, you may not have the update before you buy that, but that's what you're looking for. It's Tesla Supercharger plug and charge priority update.
How can I tell which chargers I can use?
During all of this pre-announcement period about the superchargers, it's been said time and time again it'll be V3 superchargers. That's not entirely accurate now that it's actually rolled out. We have access to most version 3 superchargers, but not all of them. So the best way to actually find it is in your sync screen. You can go to Charge Assist, and in there you can find local chargers that are compatible, and you just basically say that you do have the NACS adapter or NACS adapter, and that will show you Tesla superchargers that are available to you. Same thing with the Ford Pass app. You can bring up the Ford Pass app. It's already been updated. So just like you have filters in there for different charging speeds, you can add the one for the NACS adapter, and then it'll help you find those Tesla superchargers that we actually do have access to. That's the one that you want to rely on. Is like that's the most accurate way of finding them. There are some other ways. We're going to do another deep dive video on finding Tesla superchargers and what it means in different areas. And there are some other ways that like ChargeWay. ChargeWay has a great filter right now. They're the first like third-party app that is working on, and they actually have the filter live, so it has an NACS filter. So that's another way. If you haven't tried it out, take a look at the ChargeWay app, and we'll do a whole video with a step-by-step tutorial on all of those on finding the superchargers that we can use.
And of course, you can also use the Tesla app. You're able to input your vehicle, so we can say that we have a 2022 Ford Mustang Mach-E, and then mark that we also have the NACS adapter, so it will show us NACS compatible charging stations, and when you select those charging stations, it will say NACS adapter required to use. So it's quite clear and reassuring that you know where to go. Is the charging time affected? No, it's not. You are going to get the max charging capacity of your vehicle because the chargers that we can use are 250 kilowatt, and the Mach-E is max, we see about like 160 kilowatt speed sometimes on a 350. So the adapter is not going to limit your charging speeds at all.
Yeah, the charger isn't limiting us, and the adapter isn't limiting us. So either way, we should get whatever speed we would normally get if we were at like an E8 350 or EVgo 350. They're only 250 kilowatts, but we can't go anywhere close to that, so we're fine. How much does it cost for us to use Tesla superchargers?
It costs more. We're going to be paying a little bit more. We've seen anywhere from 8 to 15 cents more, but the cost varies based on the location of the charger, like if it's in a busy area, and on the time of day. So like earlier morning or rush hour times, it's going to be more expensive, and less in demand times, it can be far less expensive. You can also pay basically $13 a month, $12.99, and get access to the Tesla membership, which will then allow you to charge at rates which are the same as Tesla owners. So I think Patrick found a calculation that was basically if you use 100 kilowatt hours, then that'll pay for the membership. So if you're planning on doing a lot of driving or road trip and you're going to be using a lot of Tesla superchargers, then it might pay to get it for a month. This is quite a long question, but we actually have gotten this a couple times. Can you press stop and remove the plug, leaving the adapter in the charge port, and then remove the adapter?
Yeah. If you watch the videos, it makes sense. But Ford recommends basically hitting stop, unplugging the adapter and the cable, and then removing the adapter. So a lot of people are like, well, can you just hit stop and then remove the Tesla cable? No, you can't. There's basically a safety interlock with the Ford adapter that's provided so that while it's plugged into the Mach-E, it can't let the Tesla cable come out. And that's a safety feature, so you won't be able to do that. You have to unplug the whole thing and then remove the adapter. So, sorry.
Does the battery precondition when you're navigating to a supercharger?
Not yet. So right now, the Tesla superchargers are not in the sync navigation screen. That's coming later this year. I'm not sure how long that'll take. Part of it is Ford wants to make sure they clean up the data and that it's 100% accurate, because they don't want to like route you to a supercharger and then there's some issue with it. Tesla hasn't updated it or whatever. So until it is in the Ford navigation system, you can't have preconditioning happen. You can still use like Charge Assist and then tap on the address and it'll add it to the to your navigation destination point, but it's still not doing any preconditioning because you're not routing to a charger, you're just routing to a location. So right now it doesn't do preconditioning, but that should be coming later this year.
Can you initiate a charge in the app and then attach a different vehicle?
So a lot of people have been asking, they have like a Rivian or a Chevy or something like that, and they're like, if I also have a Ford, could I technically like add that to my account and then activate a different car so that they could get early access to the superchargers with the non-Fords? It does not work. There's basically a security certificate that's being installed on the Ford vehicle, and that basically identifies it. This is a Ford connecting to a Tesla supercharger. If you try to activate something else, it will fail. So we haven't tested this out yet, but Tom Malogny, I believe he has a couple of videos. He has multiple videos now out about NACS. Check out his channel as well. It's called State of Charge. He tried it with a Rivian and I forget what other vehicle, and it was not able to charge. So it will not work. It has to be a Ford EV at this time. We have heard Rivian is coming later this month in March.
Can you explain the difference between the various Tesla chargers, V2, V3, V4?
And urban.
And urban.
Really, so V2s are basically up to 150 kilowatts. They share power between the two. We'll put a picture up of one of those. V3s look almost identical. The only difference from like looking at it that most people can tell from a V2 to a V3 is the cables on V3s are thinner and they don't have a silver band. They support up to 250 kilowatts of charging and they don't share power with the stall next to them. It's like if you pull into that stall, you're gonna get 250 kilowatts. V4s are like the next generation that's coming out, supports even faster charging. We've seen a few of the V4 stalls. They're not completely V4s because the cabinets haven't been replaced yet. They look completely different. They're taller and they have a lot longer cables. And it means it's gonna be easier to reach, like the Mach-E and the Lightning, if you use a V4. The main thing to know for us, I forgot about urban. Urbans are the older, smaller, and we'll put a picture of this one as well. And they support up to 72 kilowatts of charging. So it's like basically just different versions. Like if you go to Electrify America, they have like 150s and 350s. And if you go to EVgo, they have different ones. So it's basically just the same thing, different types of chargers that Tesla offers. The V2s and the V3s look nearly identical. The main thing to remember for us is like we don't really have to worry about any of that right now because the Tesla app, the Ford system with the Charge Assist, Ford Pass, they're all just showing the ones that are available to us. So if it says it's available, then we could go and plug in there. And what they're doing right now, this may change at some point, but they're only allowing us to use stations that are 100% V3 or V3 V4, which are all compatible. You don't have to get to a station and worry like, is this a V2 that I'm plugging in? Because if there are any V2s at the station, we can't use any of them. So sounds complicated, but in the end, don't worry about it. We can, if it's showing up in the Ford Pass or in the Tesla app or on the Charge Assist screen, and you go there, it means you can plug in. That's all you got to really remember.
Are you going to try the Lectron adapter? We have actually received questions on whether we're going to be trying this adapter, and yes, we will try it as soon as it is sent to us. As far as we're aware, Lectron is sending it out to us, and we have tried other Lectron devices, and we'll have videos up on our channel about that if you're interested, but we also did try the A to Z adapter. So we are open to testing out third-party adapters, though we are just testing them out and you really have to sort of use your own discretion to decide whether you want to use it. Hopefully, if you have a Ford EV, you can get your hands on the free adapter or your automaker will be providing one. Hopefully, we'll see how everything rolls out.
And the reason she's saying that is right now, Tesla and Ford are basically saying the only supported adapter is the one that Ford is providing to us. These other adapters are not officially supported. There's been some questions about like, are these other adapters like safety certified in any way? And unfortunately right now, none of them are, which isn't necessarily a knock on them. Normally that's like a big red flag for a lot of charging equipment, but the reason they're not certified is like the standards haven't been finalized. They have like final proposals that have to be approved by everybody. And these like A to Z, their CEO is like, yeah, we're actually on the committee that's helping to write some of these standards. We are 100% confident we will be able to get certification as soon as it's done. But the big caveat is like, it's technically not official and it's technically not certified. So you have to use your own judgment call if you want to try to use a third-party adapter, but we've tried A to Z. We have a video on that. And as soon as we get Lectron, we'll have a video on that. Is it possible to use a Tesla Supercharger without taking up 2 spots?
It is. You just have to kind of get a little bit creative based on how the station is set out. So we've had multiple opportunities where we could park to the right of the charger in something that is just like a normal parking spot, or in one case we parked in like the side area of the charger that was sort of, what do you call that, like scratched out?
Just a pathway or something, yeah.
Just a pathway.
But it wasn't blocking anybody or whatever.
Yeah, so we've had opportunities to get creative, basically parking to the right of the supercharger so that we can use the cable without blocking another spot. Now, of course, a Tesla vehicle cannot come and park in the spot to the left of us and use that charger that we're using, because they would be using the one we're using. But another Mach-E or Lightning could come in and then use that next spot. So we're diminishing the impact of us using the supercharger as long as everyone, all of us Ford EVs, keep to the right and park next to each other. So we're basically just going to be taking up one extra spot for multiple vehicles.
It sounds complicated. We'll probably do another video. Liv has created some really nice diagrams to help illustrate some of these points. Maybe we pop some of them up here, I don't know. Or maybe we'll save that for the other video, but stay tuned. One question we sort of just want an answer, because we got a lot of these comments. If you have a Mach-E or a Lightning, you probably don't need to listen to this one, but it's like, why not just buy a Tesla? Why go through using an adapter? Whatever. So
you'd be surprised how often we've gotten the question, why not just buy a Tesla? Why didn't you just buy a Tesla? And I bet you wish you had a Tesla. So to answer the question, why not just buy a Tesla? Because we like the Mach-E. We've had a great time using our Mach-E for over 3 years now. We've road tripped, mostly just from Colorado west. We would love to do some east road tripping, but we've had a great time. And for the first 2 years, really, we didn't really have any busyness or issues at the charging stations. But as the popularity of electric vehicles has expanded and Electrify America has sort of gone unexpanded, we've certainly started to see more of those issues. So while we're really glad, extremely glad to have access to 15,300 and growing more charging plugs, more NACS chargers, we've been having a great time with our Mach-E for the past chunk of time, and we don't want a Tesla. There are no Teslas that appeal to us. We hope that you love your Tesla, and we hope that you love your vehicle. Whatever you drive, enjoy the ride. We're enthusiasts for all that, but we really need this variety in vehicles, and the fact that all of us are going to have access to supercharging now is just going to help that variety grow so everyone can find what they need.
And we just really, really, really want to emphasize, we don't dislike Tesla. We don't hate Tesla. We have lots of friends that have Teslas. We love riding in them. We rented one and took it to Las Vegas last October. We went to Tesla Takeover last year.
It was really fun.
We generally love like lots of different EVs. I don't think there's one that we like hate. First of all, there's some that were like, they're not as good, but like every Tesla that we've been in has been, it's just such great technology. It's a great powertrain, very efficient, all that good stuff. But it's just like we picked our Mach-E. It's just sort of like, we didn't pick the same shirt today. We picked different shirts.
But we all don't wear the same clothing. We all don't like the same food. And just because a car is not right for us doesn't mean it's not right for you, or doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it at all.
And the Mach-E's been great, as Liv said. So we're really happy with it. Please keep an open mind that not everybody chooses exactly what you choose, and it's okay. It's fine.
Well, that is about all the time that we're going to take for this, but there were tons more questions. So if you are interested, let us know how you feel down below. Let us know if you have questions or comments or other things that you want us to answer, because this was kind of an interesting opportunity to just like take everyone's questions and answer them in one chunk instead of like making whole separate videos on each thing. So if your question wasn't answered, let us know. And we're also thinking about doing this for Mach-E as well. So there are tons of questions that you guys have about Mach-E, the Mach-E, about Ford EVs, about different aspects of Mach-E life or EV life. So we're really open and probably going to do more videos like this, but please let us know if you're interested in it, and like and comment and all that good stuff so that we know.
And throw those questions down below and scan through, like maybe somebody else has another question that you like. So like give those comments a thumbs up, respond and say like, I want to know that too. And then that way we know which ones we should cover, because we didn't want to make this like a super long Q&A video. But we'll keep doing these, and maybe we'll make this part of like a regularly updated thing where we answer charging and Mach-E and EV questions. We can do a general EV one as well. So
totally.
Anyways, those are the questions and answers that we have for today. We're getting ready to go meet some people at a Tesla Supercharger to show them some of these same things. And if we have any bonus questions, we will throw those in at the end of this video. But otherwise, yeah, I was just thinking that, like, who knows? Maybe we have something new and exciting to answer.
I love it. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us for this video in which we answered your questions about the NACS Ford Tesla adapter, about this big switch. Let us know what you think of the location. We thought we'd take you outside in the sunshine.
With
Let
this
us know
beautiful car right here.
With Lucifer Trucifer, who I hope is in view. Yeah. Thank you so much to our patrons whose names are scrolling across the screen right now. Like, this totally space. Why are you even doing that? Your head is like miles away.
I know,
like,
but I'm just pointing at people's names.
Oh, you pointing?
I think
Who's
Lisa's
that?
right there.
Who's that's name?
That's George.
That's Lisa. We don't have a George. I would love you, George, to
if
come.
you're George, you
our
gotta
patron.
subscribe.
We should definitely.
Yeah, join. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to our YouTube members who get sweet things like little custom emojis, like pony emojis, and member videos, and all sorts of that good stuff. And now, just remember that whatever you drive, whatever, seriously, whatever, whether it's Tesla, whether it's a bike, whether it's a pony, whether it's ice, is it okay?
Yeah.
Ice is cool.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, enjoy the ride. Bye.
Bye.